Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here at the Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom on our YouTube channel. So, welcome for those of you who are joining of us live. Here we are every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're here to reconnect you with your soul, reconnect you with your higher self, your intuition, and your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, all of the divine connections that you have that can help guide you forward in your journey here on this earth. It's a crazy time. As many of us are feeling, I know our beautiful empathic beings may be having a little rough time at the moment because the energy is a little turbulent on the planet. Uh, Grandmother Earth is shaking loose some energy there and uh, showing up in some interesting ways, and we're having to realign. And so that's why we're here to realign and recenter, remember our own unique voice and how to really share it and spread it, how to access our creation energy so we can create the world that we want to experience. And it can start right here, right now. And so, welcome. Uh, when we do our work here, we do a healing meditation. That meditation calls in all of that energy. It also helps clear away any of the debris you might be carrying from the past week or so or longer, and really get it off of you so that you can feel more like yourself and feel more like who you're meant to be. It also helps to release the collective energy that you might have absorbed like a sponge because when we're really sensitive, that's kind of what we do, and we just get all the feels, and that's fantastic because it shows us how to light the way. But at times, it also can feel like a bit overwhelming or it can create some anxiety. And I've been having a number of people reach out because they're experiencing that. So know that you're not alone. And if you're here, you're going to be held in this beautiful sacred container um, to help ease that energy and bring you back to yourself. If you would like to get some messages from your spiritual team to see what you need to do or how you need to do things, I will be pulling cards after the meditation, as many of you know. And tonight's deck is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and it's by Tori Hartman. And I don't think I've used this at all on the show, which is kind of cool. I love using something new for you guys. But it has a lot of wisdom about our energy system, our chakras, which is one of my specialties. And we're going to get some guidance on those little engines that help us run and also connect with not only what our life has going on at the moment, but also where we are on our soul's journey. Um, and remember, if you would like a card pulled for you, all you have to do is type in yes, please, and we'll be happy to pull that for you. And, um, you know, I won't pull cards if you don't want one. So just type that in if you would. And we take the time to pull cards for everyone. I don't pick and choose or any of that. But I do pull them in the order that we receive them in the production studio. We might be a little different than the feed that you are seeing or experiencing. So let's do this. Let's get ourselves nice and comfy, and find a way to just get yourself nice and relaxed. You're going to want your arms and your legs uncrossed. We want our circuits to be wide open so the energy flows through us to remind us how that feels when we're in that divine connection and all of our energy system is up and running. And just get nice and cozy. Um, So we're just going to start by taking a couple of deep breaths. And with each deep breath, I want you to breathe in the divine energy. And we're going to release out many different things, tension and stress. And I'll guide you through that. All right. Feel free to close your eyes because that often helps you concentrate or focus and to go inward. So, first, we're going to take a deep breath and breathe in that divine energy. And we're just going to breathe out any tension we're holding in our body. Notice any places where there's tightness or discomfort. And we're going to breathe in again and allow the divine energy to go to that spot or those spots in our body that are tight. Let the divine air and the divine light break that apart as we release our breath. And let's do it again and breathe the divine light in, that elixir of life. And now invite it to flow through all of our internal systems. Feel it moving through our heart, our lungs, our veins, our arteries, our capillaries. It feels like we need one more. Take one more deep breath in. And when you blow out, feel free to release a noise or a sigh. There you go. And we're going to start by just inviting our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, our mystical creatures, our animals, all the divine of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibration to come in and be close to us this evening so that we can sense their presence, we can feel the comfort. And we are going to activate the crystalline temple of light, where the divine healing energy flows freely and fully. Sometimes this is called the temple of the goddess. Some people experience it as a Greek temple. But it is a sacred space for us to gather, fully surrounded and protected. The beautiful bubble of infinite love and infinite light. Remembering that all healing work that is done here and in this community is for the good of all and harm to none. And we're going to bring our focus and our awareness to our beautiful crown chakra at the top of our head tonight. You may be feeling a little bit of a tightness here. You may sense pressure. And we're just going to gently invite the energy to open like a beautiful lotus blossoming, making sure that our crown is aligned at the top of our head, aligned with the center of our being. In doing so, we're releasing any doubt, any disconnect that we've been feeling about ourselves, about our world around us. releasing any fears that may be collecting in our thoughts, gently infusing them with faith and trust and resilience. And opening into our third eye in the center of our forehead and realigning our perception, bringing it back to the center of our being. Realizing that any ways that our perception has been skewed, shifted, disoriented, that's okay. And just in this moment, we're going to bring it back to that central place where all is love and all is light within us so it can radiate outwards. And moving into our throat and aligning our throat with our beautiful voice of communication. A place where we speak our personal truth. Where we live our authenticity. Where we birth our creativity. Releasing all the tension in the back of the neck and the shoulders. In ways that we have felt like we've needed to shield our voice. Or ways we feel that our voice has collapsed temporarily. Breathing love, light, and energy into that space. Reawakening the energy. Filling it with a brilliant blue. And bringing our attention and our awareness to our heart chakra in the center of our chest. Noticing any ways that the energy feels heavy, tight, or any emotions that have been flooding through this space. Grief and sadness, disappointment, regret. Liquefying that energy back into our creative flow. Filling every nook and cranny with nurturing love and support from the divine. Feeling it anchoring our spine, protecting our heart through our beautiful rib cage. Each of the bones sheltering and honoring the sacred energy that the heart and the lungs provide. Filling our heart and our lungs with the elixir of life, that brilliant white and golden energy from the divine. Clearing out any toxicity that has been absorbed from the planet around us, from the words or emotions that we've absorbed from others, dissolving them gently. And asking our guardian angel to hold our heart gently, so that we feel the divine flow behind and in front. Knowing that we have assistance and help with this as we need it. And bringing our focus and our attention to our solar plexus, right below the rib cage, our third chakra. And just gently inviting our energy to center in this space as well. Breathing kindness and acceptance, love and compassion into any of our worries, into any of our anxieties, into any of our fears, into any of our anger, not releasing the anger, but bringing it into a space where it can be used as fuel to take action, and bringing our awareness and our focus down to our sacral chakra, right below the navel, where our emotions flow, our creativity flow. Where those juices of creativity and how we create ourselves as the unique divine being that we are, how we interact in relation to others, and our friends, our families, our loved ones, and even simply the world around us. Releasing any cords of connection that are toxic, that are filled with negativity, knowing that any cords that are meant to reconnect in love and light will. And just bringing a balance back to our emotional energy. Welcoming the feelings, the expression, but releasing some of that flooding energy of overwhelm that may have been occurring. And now bringing our attention and our awareness down to our root chakra beneath our tailbone. Noticing the wobbly energy that you might be experiencing here. being gentle with your foundation, gently anchoring in your safety, your health and well-being, your financial stability. Gently filling that space with a brilliant red energy. Releasing any of our past traumas that have been activated recently, any panic that we've experienced, any struggles that we've been having, and even any pain that we've been feeling in our physical body. Handing that over to the divine to release, repair, and restore. And now asking Archangel Metatron to move through our crown, down through our chakras, grounding each one by one, through our body, through our energy field, and reconnecting our energy deep within the earth, connecting to our Earth Star chakra. And as we connect to that chakra, plugging into the divine feminine, feeling the support of her beneath our feet. And even if we're a little weary of reconnecting in our body, just setting the intention that she has our connection. She is holding that for us. She is welcoming us into her loving embrace, filling us with that feminine, nurturing light, filled with unconditional love and compassion, dissolving any shadows or darkness that is within us or around us. Filling our body all the way up to the top of our head. And inviting Archangel Sandalphon to ground us into the divine, beginning at our feet and moving up through our body, through our roots, stabilizing and anchoring our energy field in the other direction, going from bottom to top. And moving that grounding energy up through our crown and connecting and reconnecting to our soul star chakra, the one above our crown that connects us to our higher self. It connects us to all that is. And even if we cannot feel that click of connection in this moment, just asking and knowing that Archangel Sandalphon is doing that for us if we are not in a place to have the strength or the awareness for that connection. Opening our aura, restoring and repairing, allowing our personal bubble to strengthen and expand, filling us with love, light, and protection, connecting our energy to the galaxy, the solar system around us, the cosmos, and that all moving energy, reconnecting our rhythm to that in divine flow, in the present, in each and every now. And inviting in wisdom from our spiritual teams to guide us through some of this turbulent energy that many are experiencing, bringing connection of wisdom to be shared through the cards, to be shared through automatic writing and journaling, to be shared through symbols, repetitive numbers, through animals, however they wish to connect with us, maybe even through music, inviting in those cosmic conversations and connections for ourselves and for this entire healing community. And having a moment of gratitude for all who are present and all who will join us with the recording. And now gently bringing your focus and your awareness back into your physical body. Feeling your connection to the surface that is holding you, your chair, the floor, the bed, whatever might be holding you. Sensing your bones, your muscles, your feet, your hands. You might be hearing things around you. You may be sensing light or smelling certain sounds. Whatever it is that'll bring you back into this moment. You might want to rub your hands together, stretch, yawn, roll your head, move your shoulders, whatever feels most comfortable for you to get you back in this moment. Take a couple of deep breaths and just blow out anything that you released. Nice. Welcome back, everyone. So tonight's readings will be done with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. I'm pretty sure I haven't used this in this community yet. But it's nice. Our chakras give us a lot of information and wisdom on their own. It's what we were checking in with. And it can let us know where our strengths are and where we might need a little more support and love and attention. And it's one of my specialties. Energy systems are one of my specialties. So let's see what they have to share with us tonight. So if you would like a card pulled, all you have to do is type in yes, please, and know that I get to everyone. No one will get left out if you want to have a reading. But we also respect your privacy by not reading for everyone who's present. All right, let's see who we've got for this evening. Amy. All right, Amy. So you have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords in this card has a lot of orange. You can see a lot of orange, a little bit of yellow, and her back is to us. And with the Two of Swords, there's this invitation that we don't need to see things to know what's going on, to We can really bring in our intuition to guide us. We can really allow our knowledge to be active, but really letting ourselves be guided. That's the big one. And the Two of Swords is in the sacral chakra. So it's in that orange creative energy. And so what I'm sensing is that, with all the things that are swirling around for you, um, that sacral chakra is really inviting in that rhythm of creation energy. It's also inviting in a cleansing, a feminine cleansing, is what I'm hearing, which happens for most women. We go through a period where we need to cleanse out our second chakra. We need to cleanse and release any of our sexual trauma that we've experienced in this or any other lifetime. Um, we need to release the energy um, of being treated differently because of our sex. And this is true for men and women. It's not something that people understand because we've done more than one lifetime. And in those lifetimes, sometimes we hold the masculine frame and sometimes we hold the feminine frame. And in that energy, we're clearing out any times that we've experienced um, that energy, and that blocks our creation energy. It blocks our creative force when we hold on to that. Um, it doesn't mean to let go of any of those memories or the wisdom that came from that, but it is much more about being in a place where that doesn't define who you are. And as this energy is healing, it's moving through your body, moving through different areas. I'm feeling a lot of toxicity is the word I'm going to use. That's also connected with the third chakra, which happens a lot for those of us who have any repressed anger. And it can be righteous anger. Um, and when too much of that collects, it can start to impact us in our organs, in our cells. And if we close down our heart or we close down our divine connection, it makes it very hard for the healing to get through to those spaces. So I'm feeling this energy flooding through. Intuitively guide the healing where it needs to go. So if there are places in your physical body, in your emotional body that need healing, you don't have to know even what they are, but invite the divine energy to flow to those places and envision them dissolving away any of that toxic energy. Um, and know that this can be done. And if you need assistance with any of that, feel free to reach out to me because that's one of the things that I do. But you can do it by simply, visualizing it, doing a meditation repeatedly, and breaking that energy apart. And you deserve to release toxicity. We all do. There's enough on the planet. We don't need to carry any extra. So sending lots of healing love and light in your direction, Amy. And thank you so much for joining us. Hope we can hold space for you on your journey right now. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, Andrew. Hello. All right. Yours is the Eight of Coins. And coins are very much our connection to our physical realm. Yes, sometimes they are money because money is our currency for safety and well-being. Lots of times, money is our benchmark for having enough or being enough. And So it can have to do with that. It also can do with layers of how comfortable and secure you feel yourself. And the 8 of coins is actually nice, um, a nice card. It's in the reds, a lot of the red, but a little bit of the dark, dark orange. And in that, it's expressing that, you are moving through to a level of um, mastery with creating a safer space for yourself, safer space for your family, creating a foundation of for your household, for your work. I know that there have been struggles with that in the past, so it's really nice to see the 8 because that's way up in the deck, which is a good thing with the pentacles. And so what it's saying is that, you're in that place where you're learning how to really bring balance into that part of your life. You're past the apprenticeship. You're in a place where you're feeling more able to share with others, that there are less worries about the stability and things like that. And so what I'm sensing for you is use that skill set for yourself. Um, Maybe there are some things that could be even more strengthened. I don't know that that's a word, but that's how it's coming through. Um, so what I'm sensing for you is, this might be a time to either, invest in some like savings of some sort, or it might be a time to upgrade your job, your living situation. It's that time of plenty, and when we know that there is enough and we trust that the divine will bring it to us, um, we can be generous with other people. It doesn't mean you have to share money, but you can share time, your knowledge, your wisdom, your creativity, your joy. And you have a lot out there to share. So, yeah, get going. And yeah, I feel I'm very happy for you. uh, so nice card for this week, Andrew. Hope that we get to see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Oh my goodness, Julie. So nice to have you. Woof. Look at this one, my dear. Isn't she something in all that green? So there's our heart chakra going to town. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. And you see all these things up in the air. It's actually almost in the cosmos, right? Like she's wielding them with her magic. Um, and the Wheel of Fortune I find it a very good card. When we get to this stage, this is what is called one of our major arcana. So this is part of our soul's lesson and our soul's journey. And so right now on your soul path, you're at this point where you get to spin the wheel. And I think of it as like the Wheel of Fortune, but there's no bankrupts on it. Everything on it is something good for you, something that is positive. So there's no whammies or anything like that. Um, so you may be feeling like you're at a crossroads, or you may be feeling like um, it's time to do something different. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying you have all the tools. You have the knowledge, you have the intuition, you have the safety and security, and you have the support of the divine. All of those are working together to provide you with everything that you need to make a shift or make a change. And it feels very, very positive. I don't know if this has to do with work, um, but it feels more in that genre. It also could do with bringing in more of your creative energy. and actually making a chunk of time or a chunk of space available to really allow that to flow, and all the magical things that will happen. There's so much magic in this card. It keeps jumping out at me again and again. So just know that you have that power to wield the magic. And, when we share ourselves the way we're meant to, it's not only good for our soul, but it's good for everyone else there who's meant to experience you. Um, it's an interesting thing that if we're just ourselves, other people need to have that as a frame of reference so that they can feel like, oh, I've got a safe space to be myself too. And that is so healing and it spreads so rapidly. When we hear a beautiful song, it moves our soul. If we read a beautiful piece of poetry, it moves our soul. So, time for you to step forward and take that spin and let us know what's going to unfold with your creative energy. I look forward to seeing what that looks like. Have a great day, and nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Lindsay. How you doing, dear? Fun. So this is the Five of Cups, and it is in our throat chakra. So the Five of Cups can be difficult. A lot of us are in the Five of Cups energy right now. When we're in the center of any of the suits, it can be kind of a turbulent place, where we can either move toward joy or we can move toward dissatisfaction. And so if we focused on what we've lost, we don't see the gift in front of us. And it's a very difficult time for us to be able to find that gift. We feel the loss intensely. But there is some divine gift that is on its way. And the gift may be you taking your holy grail energy, your personal divine cup, and filling it to the rim and showing up as the divine feminine leader that you are. And sometimes, we need a kick in the pants for us to really step up and take some amazing action and allow yourself to have all the feels. Those cups give us all the feels. But we also want to remember that we don't need to wallow in it. We can reclaim all that emotional energy and realign it into our creative energy to really create amazing change. And we all have that energy and we all have that ability. So maybe it's time for you to use your throat to speak up, maybe to get more out in written form as well. And yeah, you can spark a generation if you want to. So go for it, girl. We need you. All right. Thank you, dear. Have a great rest of your week. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, no more invisibility. You are too magical and too brilliant of a light to be in hiding, my dear. Let me know if I can help you with that at all. Yes, Lindsay, I gave Lindsay her card, which is great. Kevin would be nice. Yes, there we go. Hi, Kevin.
My bad, sorry.
No worries. I was just giving you a hard time. This is, Kevin, you got to know, this is the card like for the planet, not just you. So this is the Tower card. And I'm sure Lindsay is laughing hysterically when she sees this too. because we were just talking about this a couple weeks ago. Um, the Tower card is in our our third chakra. It's that bright, bright yellow. It is one of the major arcana, so it is in our soul journey. And the Tower is kind of like the cosmic 2x4. It's the divine lightning bolt. It can feel like a crash and burn. And generally what happens is we stay in our life in a small way, and we get comfy. We get comfy playing small. We get comfy being invisible, like Julie had said. And when we do that, when we stay small, the divine will allow it for a certain amount of time, and then it's like, nope, this isn't. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to move out of your comfort zone. You don't learn anything by hiding and not experiencing yourself as a divine being. So, um, in the difficulty of the Tower card is it can feel like everything is crashing and burning around you. Things are breaking down, or relationships are disappearing, or it just can feel very tumultuous. We're all feeling that right now. We feel like everything's crashing and there's debris everywhere. But part of the Tower card is that it's time for us to build something bigger and better. It means that, your castle was too small. You need something larger, and to hold all of you and all that you're meant to do. And so in the debris that happens, you get to choose which pieces you're going to save and which pieces you're just going to, collectively throw out, and start by building a brand new foundation. And that new foundation can be as simple as a schedule or routine that works for you. It can be self-care. It can be all sorts of things. And you just start to rebuild creatively the life that you want to experience. Not that the life that you're in right now, but one, if Dream Kevin was looking to the future of, like, in 5 years, where do I want to be? And in the building, you take steps every day toward that future Kevin. And it can happen faster than 5 years. It can happen in 5 months, 5 days even. But if we have that bigger vision of, because sometimes it's hard to imagine where we want to be even a week from now, but sometimes 5 years from now we can be in that place where we are like, oh, I want, this to be dissolved, or I want to be here and I want to be comfortable, I want to feel happiness. Whatever that is, you can start making a sort of a soul plan for where would you like to be. And remember, there's nothing that you can't create, because you are divine. And it may feel tumultuous right now, but part of this is that sometimes we have to have this to reclaim our personal power, reclaim who we are, reclaim our light that we're meant to shine on the planet. And we all have our own unique way of doing that. And it's one of those things where we don't have to be loud to do it. Sometimes we can just subtly shift and change. And people start to go, what's different about Kevin? And you can share or not share about that, but just take steps every day to the future Kevin that you want to be. Yeah, it's part of your soul's journey. And if you need some help, like I've been saying, if anybody needs help, You know who to reach out to. I'll be happy to help out anyone who would like a little bit extra. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Barbara, nice to have you. Ah, another soul card. It's one of those weeks. So this card is the Lover's card. This is in that purpley pink kind of color. So that can be our our third eye and our perception. And the Lover's card can be just that. It can be that connection. That it can be our love relationship and how we are with our intimacy, how we are with our communication. And but it also can be two people who are gathered together around a common love. They have a passion for something. So I've seen it for business partners or really close friends as well, even for family members who are co-creating. The Lover's card invites us to keep our perception and our intuition open, really feel into our heart energy and allow that to be expressed. But we don't dissolve into one person or one entity. We don't lose ourselves in someone else. We combine our energy in a way that we amplify each other. So instead of there being a competition between who gets more attention or who gets to make decisions and that type of thing, it's that collaboration energy where you love something, you create it and you birth it, and you do it in an equal give and take. So looking to any situations where the giving and the taking might be a little bit off, that's where you're being invited to fill that place with love and passion, and using your intuitive perception, not your logic brain, to see the situation clearly, to see what is truly unfolding. Because sometimes when we're lovesick, we don't want to see things that are right there in front of us. So that's part of the shadowy part, is that we can be blinded to what's in front of us because we just want to assume that everything is going to be wonderful. And sometimes we have to see through the lens of perception that, okay, here are some things that are ready for tweaking, ready for shifting, and just fill those places. I keep seeing the energy flow not being equal somewhere. And then using your perception to check how that's happening, why that's happening, and realigning things so that it returns and restores balance between the two energies. All right. I hope that makes sense, Barbara. Have a great rest of your week, and I hope you'll join us next time. You are so welcome, Kevin. Thank you. Alan. All right, my dear. So your card is the Ace of Wands. And I love this one. It's beautiful, red with a little bit of orange. She's holding onto a scepter that's actually lighting her way. The aces are gifts from the divine. Sure doesn't always feel like it, but what I'm seeing here is that, she has this wand, the scepter, to light the way. She may be going through some darkness right now. Behind her, there's a lot of light, but she's journeying forth into the unknown. But she's carrying the wisdom of her years, and she is carrying the wisdom of the divine, and she's allowing that to light the way. She's She's releasing any fears that are calling in, um, you know, that boogeyman energy. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like, when you're a little kid and the light goes off and you sense there are, monsters or whatever in the room, and then the light gets flicked on and you realize it's just, you know, um, a shirt draped over a chair or something. You just didn't have the light to see what was truly there. And so you're being given the light to see what's truly there, given the light to step forward on a new journey. And having, that's the combination of the root chakra coming together with your emotions. I'm actually seeing it more like your manifestation circuit. So being able to manifest um, a new leg of your journey and being able to step forward. And it may not be clear, it may not be known, but it's time for the new journey. And that as long as you step forward and do it in your light, um, yeah, everything is, you're being fully supported by the divine, um, to step onto this new journey. Like it's time for you to not be fearful of what's in front of you. Shine your light and dispel any of the darkness, um, and show what's really there in your loving and kind way that you know how. Mm, love that for you, Ellen. Thank you. That monster was Grover. I like Grover. He's an underrated blue monster. Oh, you are welcome, Stacy. I'm very happy to hold space. You're welcome, Barbara. Thank you for joining us. All right, Rob, here you go. So we're moving into the Three of Wands tonight for you. So in the Three of Wands, we're in the sacral, not the sacral, oh my goodness. The solar plexus, oh my goodness, the solar plexus, the third chakra. And there is a little orange in there, I guess, on the top of her head that made me said sacral. I'm seeing a lot of citrine. I don't know if you're seeing the citrine at the top of the wands. But the Three of Wands is that energy of you're prepared. You're prepared to step on the next leg of your journey. You've got three wands to help support you through this, which sometimes can be, one is the divine for sure. And, the other two can be yourself, it can be other people, it can be your finances, whatever else might help you as you step into this journey. And so when we go from the three to the four, we go from this journey where we step out and the world is there waiting for us, to this sense of like celebration and completeness, like this feeling like, oh my gosh, I stepped out on my journey and now I actually feel at home in my body, at home on the planet. I don't feel so stuck in waiting. When we get caught in that waiting for things to happen, waiting for this to change, it doesn't. So it's like, okay, I've got everything I need to take this trip. I've got the itinerary. I know where I'm going. I've got plenty of supplies. I know the divine is paving the way and holding me up through it. And so all I have to do is just walk forward. move forward. Just do it. And part of this is an awakening of spiritual gifts, bringing them back online from other lifetimes. It's allowing, wow, that's a strong word, allowing yourself to be the modern mystic that you're meant to be. Mm. Isn't that something we all feel? Like someone has to allow us to do what we're meant to do. But really, we're the only one, and the divine has already given us permission by birthing us onto this planet. Um, so it all comes down to allowing ourselves to take action, allowing ourselves to create change, because change starts with ourselves. And we can't change other people. We can only change ourselves. And in that place, we radiate love and light and encourage transformation, even transmutation in others and the environment around us. It's time for us to be the light, to shine the light, and be the beacon of hope for other people. So hopefully you have liked and shared and subscribed to Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. There are more things that are going to be showing up online coming up in the next few weeks. There is a need for planetary healing, so I will be stepping up to be of assistance to people. And I have some wonderful open houses that will be online and in person to help anybody who might be ready to have some support on their soul's journey through Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. We have a huge, beautiful gathering that, yeah, we just invite everybody's soul to show up, and we love and support you as you reawaken it. So with that, you guys, love to you all. Be gentle with yourselves, and bye for now.